Hi Taurus, how are you? I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. Random specific? Random specific, heavy Taurus Virgo. Some Cancer in there. I don't know, maybe you're a cusper. But it's such a juxtaposition of all these kind of different personalities around you or different thoughts going through your head. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm just going to tell you what these cards mean. How about that? How about that? I won't read into it too much. I'll just be very literal with this and I'll let you figure out what I'm talking about. Okay? How about that? Links. Oh, wait a minute. Let me think. I'm hella blonde, y'all. Sorry. Links. Knight of Pentacles in this deck. Ooh, I'm going to be really literal. I'm going to be really literal with this deck that I have that I usually am not with. So you're going to really have to improvise with something this week. It could be having to just be quiet, just be alone, just be by yourself. With the links, it talks about keep your own counsel. God, this is all about staying focused. If you want to skip this entire reading, you don't have time. Sustained focus with the B here, and the links, which is about a sacred silence that you provide yourself. You are the monk under the tree this week. You are the Buddha. Oh, huh. Okay, this in this deck it means you are the Buddha under the tree. Sacred silence. You keep your own counsel. In projects, relationships, with your wishes, with your money, meditation. Know when to shut up. Okay, know when to shut up. And as far as communication goes, it's telling you kind of not to. Oh, with will in reverse. Or someone wants some info. This is very much like answer only in emojis this week until people get the idea that they don't have access to you right now. Defiance. It's like when the Matrix is trying to squash you, almost. Huh. Focus. Sustained focus. So it's not necessarily a time to be dreamy or overly romantic because there's a huge breakthrough here. Huge breakthrough as far as what? This is so weird. It's like there's all this disharmony and gossip and mistrust around you, and really what you need with whale in reverse is trustworthiness, trustworthy people, people with integrity, for yourself to be that person. What does that mean? Speak from the heart, be sincere, be trustworthy. It's like you're trying to figure out something that is a really huge light bulb. Oh, rosewood. A big light bulb moment for you in your life. Huh. So you're moving into more of a, I don't like the term, I think it's overused, but ascension. Hold boundaries against anything that's trying to restrict you from moving forward or up. Huh. Star. Stay organized. Stay organized, okay? If you want to just go super mundane, um, don't let your thoughts get away from you. Stay focused. Eagle eye on the prize, okay? Oh, Ten of Pentacles. So in Ten of Pentacles in this deck, it says your home, your forest, your garden, your universe, like your The world you create, it all begins with a thought. If you're a thought, you would want me to think you, and I do. Huh. Your home, your home, your garden, your universe, it begins with a thought. So create peace around your thoughts, and you create order around you to help you stay organized. Three of Swords here with lava. Okay, I'm not gonna be so literal. I'm gonna really take liberty with this, but for some of you, it's you've been going along with other people's, I don't want to say delusions, but it's like a parent when the kids are playing and they're playing like the floor is lava, okay, right? And the parent, they kind of go along with it, and it's like the kids start to fight, and the parent says, I mean, okay, well, what did you decide was the rules in the first place? Like, what? Okay, explain the rules to me. What did you all decide on? Something like that. But you're staying away from all of that here. You're staying away from being an ambassador or figuring out anybody else's issue. Three of Swords. In this deck, it says, how can anyone get to you if you have closed all of the roads that lead to you? But it also talks about the sacred silence and you needing to be alone and you needing to have silence and that you need to focus and have boundaries. Because the universe is going to send you clues and synchronicities with the star there and the Five of Cups. Hermit. Hermit and the octopus. Oh my god. Hermit. You have to be alone. You need to be alone this week. I'm hella blonde. So in this deck it says you are alone of your own free will. And you know you're on the right path if you have no regrets. So even if you may have gotten out of a relationship and you really miss that person, or you're missing that person right now, it's like having no regrets. Because as far as an oversoul sort of decision with this life, maybe you don't remember it, but you decided that you needed to be alone, or at least a big chunk of this life was for you to be alone, or you felt like you really needed that as a break from whatever happened in the last life. So if you feel lonely right now, remind yourself that was your own idea. That's what you wanted. If you want something else next time, that's your prerogative, but honor those moments where you are alone. Don't feel like an outsider. Remember, that was kind of what you needed a little bit. I don't know. So maybe that's the breakthrough, is that you should never feel lonely, that you should only be grateful that you have moments of quiet, because there's a lot of pain and heartbreak here with the wolf. You've been a little too reserved. Polite society, being cordial, getting along with everybody, making sure everyone's getting along with everybody, going along with everyone else's the floor is lava and now we're all fighting about it. Delusional scenarios that have no basis in reality, really. That's just all a game. And you have no time for games, okay? You have no time for games. If you're feeling doubtful, it's because it's almost hard for you to imagine that you can have everything you've ever wanted, but you can. There are no limits. There is no spoon, So if you're feeling attacked, it's because you're coming out of the Matrix, and the Matrix has sensed that, and the Matrix wants to kind of use people around you as unwitting, unknowing agents to hold you down, keep you in the cave. So stay focused. Stay away from all this drama. It says everything is going your way. This deck is so strange. It's So different from the other ones. It says everything's going your way right now. Don't mess it up. Don't let your emotions or love life or anything like that get in the way of you staying focused right now. It's a gift. Also, your behavior reflects where you're going, not where you've been. So, if there is any place in your own life from your own past where you need to forgive yourself, please do that. Please do that. And if it's not that, if you don't need to forgive yourself, it's forgive somebody else. There's someone that you're angry at that you need to forgive, and there's someone else that you're trusting that you need to not trust. Should I get into that? Should I get into that? There might be someone that you were with or an ex that was very, very beautiful, but very, very stupid. But now you're coming to understand that they're not very, very stupid, that they were just very, very beautiful and very, very manipulative. Maybe that's what you need to not trust. There's two, like a little reverse star there. Those hands and those hearts. So, they might have like a, what's that thing where there's a split personality because that guy shoots himself up with some sort of a serum because he's like a black magician scientist? Help me, please. Comment below. Ugh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality where they fly off the handle easily, or they have a really lovely face, or they're just really beautiful and kind of evil. Very beautiful and kind of evil. And it's, if you've been separated from that person, it's for a good reason right now. I pulled all these other little cards to get into being nosy here, but before I get into being nosy with who you're dealing with, another very mundane warning is that with Ten of Pentacles here, you're working towards a lot of abundance. You're working towards like a higher tax bracket than anybody else you know, even in your family. Keep it a secret. Keep it a secret how much you're making. Keep it a secret how much you're getting in this deal. Keep it a secret how much you spend on your sneakers or your watch or your whatever. Okay? If you're going to be going out in public, like it's more important to, I don't know, like be seen shopping at a place where like the people would shop. I don't know what that means. As opposed to like Chanel. And this has not to do with what you do when no one's looking for whatever reason. It's just like don't let anyone see you spending $100,000 on anything really. Like wear the fake watch, go shopping for whatever, avoid the fine arts. This isn't, if this is literally as mundane as you want to get in a shopping trip, no. Leave the shopping trip for another time. Focus on staying focused. But I don't know what. Like, I'm still so confused. It's like there's this confusion, and I think it has something to do with you being kind of, I don't know if it's hypnotized or dickmatized, or there's this old Flaming Lips song. What is it? Where he says, oh my God, that's 20 years old. I have forgiven you for tricking me again. But I have been tricked again into forgiving you. And he says, what is this? Are you some kind of hypnotist? Waving your powers around, and the sun eclipse behind the clouds. I thought I'd recognize your face amongst the strangers, but I am stranger now amongst all you'd recognize. Right? What is this? Are you some kind of hypnotist? Waving your powers around, and the sun eclipse behind the clouds. I'll put a link to that song below. It's great. So it's almost like someone that hypnotized you or hypnotized you in the past somehow tricked you into forgiving them. Oh my God. So watch out for that. A very mundane warning is watch out for the one that is very beautiful, but kind of evil. It's, Or for one of you, you had an encounter that was it meant a lot to you in your heart. Like it was very romantic to you. It was very sexual. It was very electrifying. And then they're like, I want a non disclosure agreement, bitch. Something, I don't know why I had to say that. Sorry. I want a non disclosure agreement. Or someone threatens you, like, you better not say anything, there's a non-disclosure agreement, and that is keeping someone else from making sense of another situation. Or you, this is, let me show you this might be rated R. Okay, we think Ralph ate paint chips when he was a kid. So this could be someone who is very talented in certain ways, but you think they're dumb. They're not dumb. They're playing dumb. It's like they're the life of the party, but you wouldn't want them backed into a corner, and maybe right now they feel backed into a corner, and you might have been keeping your head in the sand about it because it was such a fun ride full of chocolatey goodness. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I don't know, maybe you guys have a weird little S&M dynamic, but it's telling you really right now to remind yourself how tricky that person is, or how you don't think clearly when you let them in your life, or how inappropriate it was for them to ask you to sign some sort of a non-disclosure agreement when you're not even ever the kind of person that they would need to worry about that with. It's because they have other things going on that you don't realize. Like they're kind of trying to play you, which is ridiculous. So maybe that's the floor is lava, is that they are, I'm the king of the world, I'm in charge, you do what I say, everyone else is on a leash, something like that. So if you have to kind of play along and be cordial in this moment so you can be alone, do that. Do that. But don't trust that person, even if they are the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, whatever. Okay, and like I said, you don't have to do what you always did. The advice there is that your behavior reflects where you're going, not where you've been. Okay, so yes, dress for success, but also be very wary of where you are and who you're around. Because there was a Pisces reading that talked about getting jacked, or like don't wear really nice jewelry in places where you are unfamiliar. Like you wear, for somebody, it's like you wear your really nice earrings at home and then you lock them away. You don't go to if there's a function or a party or a performance, yes, you want everyone to understand how good your taste is because it's a refined taste, because you're an old soul. So it's not about money, it's really about taste. It's about art. You are an artist and you appreciate art. But you also have to be smart and know that people are acting wrong right now, even people that you might have trusted. And so it could be even lock up your stuff, lock up your jewels before you lay down with this person or go for a ride. And I mean, the advice would be avoid that person altogether. Hmm. And if you see something, say something. Like, if this person is trying to bully you into silence when there was actual crime, actual crime, no. I mean, you need to worry more about your long term karma. You need to worry about the gods and the universe coming crashing down on everyone who's been lying up to this point, which is about what's going to happen. Like in the Pisces reading, it was kind of about the bad girls club, and there's all this gossip and lies, and this and that. With the well in reverse, it talks to you about really avoid gossip. If it's not firsthand information, if you don't see it with your own eyes, it didn't happen. Pics or it didn't happen. Okay, period. But if you feel like there is something trying to squish you, it just could be the Matrix, and it's using these people who are unawakened to do that. Stay under that sacred tree. Be the monk. Keep your own counsel. Counsel. Like, nobody around you can give you advice because nobody's done what you've done. No fear. And no fear of failure. And you can have perfection, whatever that means to you. Right? So, dress for success, but be careful. You can't trust everybody right now. You just can't. And if there's someone that you feel like forgiving, even though you thought you never would, go on ahead and do that. You would not believe how many doors will open for you from the universe once you do. And there will be a lot of clues if you don't know who that might be. There will be a lot of clues, synchronicities, I don't know, pretty little birds that come and sing to you and only you, or butterflies that land on your nose like a damn Disney princess. Because with the star there, it's about divine guidance. So there's divine guidance coming to you to nudge you in the right direction. So you might feel like you need a nudge in the right direction, and that will come from above, not from your romantic situation or your friends that like to gossip, or someone that's going to pretend like they love you with all their heart and then say something cold and cruel to you that makes you think that it maybe never meant anything at all. But this is a huge breakthrough coming for you, okay? No limiting thoughts. No limiting thoughts, but also don't daydream at all right now. So don't daydream, but stay focused. Stay focused. Don't be social if you don't feel like being social. And if you're like, oh my God, I have to be social, play along, be cordial. Fake it till you make it until you can be alone and have some quiet. And then put up those boundaries and hold them. Okay, so look forward to clues and synchronicities about who to forgive and who to not trust. Speak from the heart. If you do have to speak, being cordial doesn't mean being inauthentic at all. If you have to be inauthentic, say nothing. And if you're going to say something, be honest, be sincere. Okay, live with integrity, even in a world that doesn't know what that means. Okay? A world that doesn't understand honor or loyalty. And if someone's been disloyal to you, answer them only in emojis. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Lynx is about sacred silence. You are a hunter. In your heart, you're always searching for something better. When you've been abandoned, and you've kind of been abandoned maybe in your own love life. So keep your own counsel. Give yourself advice. Be that monk under the tree. Seriously, find a beautiful tree and sit under it. But don't wear your diamonds. I don't know. Don't get dickmatized, don't get hypnotized. Remind yourself that if there's somebody that did that before, they might do it again. And it's just it's just the Matrix trying to tear you away from running for that bright light entrance where you are free again. B is about defiance. You rage against the machine. You rage against the machine. You're not going to be part of the machine anymore. You're not going to be part of the Matrix anymore. And you're not going to let it squash you either. You're not going to let anyone that it's using squash you either. Even if they're very, very beautiful, very sexy, and all of it, all of that. Okay, hold boundaries against that. All right, you guys, that's all I got. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye, Taurus. Love you guys. Mwah.